Dear friends, welcome to my channel and I hope you are doing well. If you enjoy this content, kindly consider liking, sharing and subscribing. Thank you. This video shares the reason Suzy was fired from Daystar. God's willing, I will comment on Jonathan's termination in another video. Jonathan and Suzy do not believe Joni's current marriage is supported by biblical principles. Joni is aware of their beliefs, yet still, she insisted that they read a viewer's comment complimenting her marriage to Doug on air. Of course, they refused. Joni was so upset at their disobedience, she fired Suzy first. I will now play a clip of the audio released by Julie Roy.
I called you and I told you what happened. There was a viewer feedback that we've gotten a lot of comments, and so because I'm introducing Doug to the audience, we're going to read one. I just want to tell you how much I've enjoyed watching Ministry now with Joni's new husband, Dr. Weiss. That this is a viewer. Mm-hmm. He seems wonderful and they seem wonderful together. I also love watching the Daystar singers sing songs like No Fear and how they feature different people. It's amazing. Congratulations to Joni on her new marriage to a wonderful guy. Seems like he's a lot of fun. But they refused to read it.
What you have just heard is the comment read by Joni.
I've kept my feelings to you in a letter, like I wrote to you.
Y'all have talked to other people. You've talked to other people.
We've only talked to friends.
Close ones that we trust for prayer.
No.
It doesn't matter who you're talking to. You're in disagreement. You do not agree with Doug being her husband, and
He is our husband.
what you're not saying is as damaging as what you're saying, because you didn't read that comment.
I'm not going to fake a personal relationship. It has to happen naturally.
Well, you're telling her what has to happen. No,
I'm telling you
she's the boss.
I'm
She
telling
tells
you
what
my
has to
boundary,
happen.
and
She
you make your
tells
decision from there.
I'm saying to you, Suzy, very simply, if you can't do what she wants, you have to go. It can't be both ways.
I didn't ask it to be both ways.
But
here.
what you're saying is, you're saying, at Daystar, I'm going to do my job and go home, and I don't want to be told anything other than that. Well, that's not how it works. Your job is to please her. When she has a smile on her face, you did your job. Your job is not to come and talk about God and go home. Your job is to come and please the boss and go home. So she's not pleased. She's not happy. So it just can't keep going on like this. It's been too hard. And again, she asked me the other day on the phone, she said, do you think I'm overreacting or being too hard or whatever? And I said, Joni, you have been incredibly gracious with your children through this whole situation, but this has to stop. I've tried to be gracious with you. And all I'm saying is, it's got to stop. It's got to stop right now. This cannot continue for your own good, for your children's good, because you're all torn up about it. And so Daystar Network is going to go forward with her at the helm. And you're either with her or you're not. And when I say with her, I mean 100%. I'm not saying 99%. I'm not saying that you sit and don't talk about Doug or whatever. You've got to talk to Doug. You've got to talk about Doug. You've got to read whatever she wants you to read on the air. And if that's something you can't do, I respect you if you leave, but not if you stay. I want you to stay and submit. But if you can't, it's a simple decision. And she will fire you. I'm just telling you, she will.
I came prepared for anything. I just have to be honest, and then the decision's in your hands.
Yeah.
That's that.
Yeah.
Simple,
I mean, the ball's not in my court, it's in your court. It's
How?
in your court.
I just, like I said.
You submit to my authority or you don't.
Yeah,
And
like
that's
whatever I say to read, if I'm not comfortable, then I have to stick with my convictions.
Well, whatever you read, if you don't agree with the viewer's comment, it's not your right to agree or disagree with it. If a viewer has a comment about me or you or anybody else, it's a nice comment, that's a good thing to read it. That's not a bad thing to have anything to do with you. You're reading a viewer comment. That's
I'm representing it. It's a lie.
You're not
It's
representing
real.
it.
I'm reading it out.
It's
I'm
not
reading
a lie.
it.
It's not a lie.
It's a lie if I say something that I don't
It has
believe.
nothing to do with you.
If
So
I
you
say
don't
something, I don't
Doug's
believe
a
it.
good man.
No, I'm not
You
gonna just
It has
read fluff.
nothing to do with you. It is a viewer comment. It's not a Suzy comment. It's a viewer comment.
I can't go against my convictions in that, and I'm
Then
not
don't
challenging.
come back then.
Okay.
You're gone. You're
Okay.
fired.
That's
If
right.
you can't read a nice comment about Doug, I don't want you here.
Why was it so important to Joni that her son and daughter-in-law read the comment? Is it that there was no one else on Daystar, including Joni, who could have read the comment? Is this behavior godly? Galatians 1 and verse 10. For, am I not trying to win the approval of human beings or of God? Or am I trying to please people? If I were still trying to please people, I would not be a servant of Christ. In my opinion, she should be concerned about God complementing her marriage, but that is just my opinion. Is Joni's reason for terminating Suzy's employment biblical? What do you think? Thanks so much for watching. Have a blessed day and walk good.